You do indeed have to take the traveled road to get there, past the Christmas enthusiasm to a tiny street with a big problem. Neighbors, once friends, who now can't stand each other. Just listen to the way they talk about each other.
Now, we might be trying to make eye contact, and they're looking the other way.
We're done. We're absolutely done.
Their issue is an old one, the private street's old name, Swastika Trail. It's been called that for well over a century before the Nazis co-opted the name and the symbol. Once there was a famed swastika resort on the pretty lake. This used to be a place where people just got along, shared boat rides and barbecues, helped each other out, and apparently didn't think much about the impact of that word. Some content enough to truly carve it in stone.
I need some people to come and get soup.
Those days are gone.
Soup and a sandwich.
A small group of neighbors on the get rid of the name side have been talking about it for years, but are only now waging a campaign before heading to town council to battle it out tomorrow.
We started early this morning.
They've got help from B'nai B'rith, have online petitions and arguments ready.
It's a name that's linked to bigotry, intolerance, and anti-Semitism, and we do not want to be tied or linked to those things in any way, shape, or form.
But they are. That name on their driver's licenses and mail, and importantly, their deeds. They're upset now, but each one of them made a conscious decision to move onto a street called Swastika long ago.
When did it occur to you that you thought the name should change?
The day we moved in.
I think all felt when we bought here we could probably change it. That's what we're trying to do.
There are some very assertive people on this street who shoot you down really quickly and you back off. And this time we have more support with some of the neighbors.
The street took a vote on the name last month, and this group didn't win. It was 25-20 to keep calling it Swastika Trail. Not the end of the battle, just the beginning of the digging in.
Hands up if you feel like you've lost friends or lost relationships over this battle. All of you. And are these good friendships you've lost?
You think you know people, you think people are your friends, and when there's a difference of opinion, all of a sudden, people aren't speaking to you anymore?
You could drive down there and you wave to people and people wave back and said hello. They'd walk down, you have a conversation, and it's now like it's a line in the sand.
Book clubs broken up, dinners canceled, and people who used to listen to each other can't or won't.
It is a name that is unsalvageable.
So they're not letting go. At the other end of the street and the spectrum, another meeting.
It's a very closed-minded approach.
Yeah.
And a different point of view.
With this going on, I've never felt so low in all my life. I just can't understand how we can live here amongst friends and then the friendship's gone.
It's 100 years old. It's our township history. I'm tired of this world, what we're living in right now, and everyone, oh, let's smash the statues, let's change the school names, let's just burn history books.
Lori Wisniewski's family owns this private road now, but didn't name it. The original owners apparently chose it in the 1900s for its meaning of peace and good fortune. And that's how this group chooses to see it now, period. There's a cost to that.
I've lost, I'll say, my best friend. We walk together nearly every night. And I haven't seen her since. I haven't spoken to her since. And it is sad. It hurts me that they could actually go to this much trouble for a street name.
Hopefully these friendships can be restored, but how do you do it? And is protecting the name worth it?
Well, I don't know how you salvage that after the fact. I mean, if they, let's put it this way, if the township decides to bow out and the name stays Swastika Trail, I'll be happy as could be. Then let time heal itself if it does.
If it's going to.
If you don't like the name, you go. I'm staying.
Yeah.
You've made it bad for me for the time being, but I'm not going anywhere. But I sure as hell wish some of them would.
So the line in the snow has been drawn, giving up in the name of peace over a name they insist was first about peace, apparently not an option for anyone on Swastika Trail. A pretty little street in an ugly mess. So the residents of Swastika Trail may find out about the fate of that name when the issue goes before City Council tomorrow, but whatever happens, the name is more widespread than you might think. It's part of a Canada-wide geography of controversy. This town in Northern Ontario still bears the name, and nearly a dozen places in Quebec with the N-word in their names have made headlines. You could find those words on natural features across Canada very recently. Many, if not all of them, have since been quietly changed.